There it is, popping up. Let's see what we got. 3 seconds. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, business, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Miss Jasmine, how's you? Miss Jasmine, how's you? Miss Jasmine, Miss Jasmine, Miss Jasmine, how's you? How you doing? How you doing? All right, y'all. All right. All right, all right. We're going to give a shout out to Wendy Williams, free Wendy Williams. The first thing I'm going to do is look up some videos and put links in the description so we can see the current status of Wendy Williams. We have a prayer circle around her life that she gets her freedom back. She said they charging her $20,000 a month to be in that bitch. They done grabbed her and put her into place. And then they charging her $20,000 a month. How that go? You tell me how that go. I wish a motherfucker would. Suck all the dicks they could suck. Fuck all the motherfuckers they could fuck. I was gonna say the niggas. Let me go ahead and say what I'm gonna say. Fuck all the niggas they could fuck. And stack their money. And then a motherfucker come around, call them crazy, and fast forward real fast and sneaky and get them in a nut house and then start taking all that money they had to suck and fuck for. That's a whole talking. That's my whole mentality. I wish a motherfucker would come play with my money. Talking about I'm crazy. Then you know they doping her with shit. I can't wait till she get out and expose what they did every day. Crushing pills in her food. Oh, I already did some investigation on what they do to you when they try to say you gravely disabled to take your money. That's a thing, y'all. I'm letting you know that that is a thing. A black woman works so fucking hard. That's just like back in the history of rock and roll and blues. They used to take the musician money through all type of means of doing it. So we need to start having some classes on being astute about artists and artistry. And I'm going to, on my art channel, profile artists that got robbed, raped, and what it is. And who I'm going to start with is that lady who was going seeking therapy. And she was telling her therapist all these deep, dark secrets or freak offs and shit she was doing and sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I forget her name. But this bitch right here is going to find it. This is good Wi-Fi right here in Lakeview at the PJs. That's where I'm at. Let me show you where I'm at. See the freight train? That's Canal Boulevard under that little bridge. Let me show you back this way. That's some business. And you go, if you was to go, this is coming out of New Orleans into Lakeview. Out of New Orleans into Lakeview. And then if you was to keep straight, you would hit Harrison, which is a main thoroughfare into Lakeview. And there's a Starbucks that's about to close in there. I predict the closing of that Starbucks. And I'm going to tell you why. They're fake. They're fake as fuck. I went in there trying to negotiate with the manager who is, I want to say she's nice. Because she's been nice. Has she been nice? It's hard to call it. Let me tell you why I can't. I'm conflicted. When I first came there, she was not nice. She was stern. And 3 years, 3 long, all right, brother, 3 long, hard years passed me in the street, not being able to come to that Starbucks because when I first met her, she was acting all flagrant. Like a cracker. Tell the truth, shame the devil. She was acting flagrant like a cracker. For real, for real. She was acting like tight rules and, just talking terse to me. And, her look was whatever it was. I'm going to say the word judgmental because that's what comes to mind. And 3 years, I said, see, you can't take that away. First impressions are lasting when she took over the store. And we couldn't come to an understanding. 3 years in the street. So when I popped up there in bad shape, I tried to stay out of trouble with her by making an agreement that I would have people in Lakeview who felt sorry for me and wanted to try to help me stay alive by making sure I had food out of Starbucks to just start loading up a gift card and let her keep it there and whatever. Something that would not be stealing, something that would not be against her job, something that would not be misappropriating inventory. I mean, I spoke to her about that several times. And just to get a layer of proof to my story, I had a white lady come to her with a $50 gift card or something. I don't know what the hell happened. So we tried to really get it down on the book so that everything was transparent. And For some reason, and I'm not sure the reason, she was so resistant. And I don't know if, everybody trying not to get in trouble and lose their job. I don't know what the fuck the deal was, but we couldn't get a system set up. Even with a pastor with a clergy, that white square on they, we couldn't get no system set up where they could just eat. And I know goddamn well, and I want you to hear me now. I know goddamn motherfucking well they was feeding them white trash gutter punks. How I know this is she told me that. She said, "Oh, we have a few homeless around here and we feed them." That's what she told me. But when she started feeding a nigga, instead of letting me pay my way, that's when it blew it up. When I got out the psych ward, got out the jail, got out jail, then got out the psych ward, and I came back there. She said, "Oh my God," this word she used, clocked. Got clocked. So I came there and I said, "I'm so hungry. I'm about to die. I've been starving. That they messed up my stomach real bad in the hospital. I don't know what the fuck they done, but they fucked over me. They sedated me. They vaccinated me. They medicated me. They penetrated me. They what else the word is? Performed procedures on me. They rearranged the bitch. They tortured me. So, and they forced held me, kidnapped me there, and then forced held me against my will. And the list goes on of accusations I have against the entire system, from the first swarm to the talking to the lies, to the manipulation, to the setup. I'm gonna take a chapter and verse, God spare my life, and that's the truth. I will tell this story before before long. That's what I intend to do with every waking moment and every day. Tell that story about this hospital trip and start my organization for other people who have been victimized and people that's in the hospital as we speak. A forced psych hold, forced sedated, forced vaccinated, forced medicated, forced. And we're also going to fight Vilio, Debbie Villio's House Bill 211. That's what we're going to organize and fight each and every day so we can get that law changed. And God knows we're going to have to sue to do it. I think what happened with the Supreme Court and the Grant Pass decision and what happened with, what's her name, Debbie Villio's passage is that, number one, we're getting a lot of Spanish impersonating white people that are just claiming Spanish and want you to give them a pass, but they're really white and they are aligned with white supremacist ideals and voting in that way. I'm gonna give you some example. You ain't gonna believe it when I tell you, but I'm gonna tell you right now. I had a representative named Sean Mina, staff member named Victoria Downs, threaten me about putting me in the psych ward and filing a false complaint on me. She said if I come to her office and be disruptive again, she will take the appropriate measures or make the big enough and a stinky enough complaint against me to have me quote unquote forced into treatment. Forced. That black woman had the nerve to threaten me about being forced to do any goddamn thing, let alone some goddamn treatment. A black woman named Victoria Downs. Now, I'm going to say allegedly, before I get down into the story too long, I'm going to say allegedly now. I'm going to say allegedly, but I have a source, and the source is from NAMI, NAMI, National Mental Illness Alliance. It was sent in writing, the threat, to NAMI's staff member, whose name I'm not going to say right now, but she didn't show me the text, but I believe her. And if it gets any more threats, then we want to get the receipts. So that's a Spanish for you. A Spanish that has dark skin, who's Spanish, who I complained. She issued a threat because I was talking smack and shit around the town that the reason I'm not getting help in the District 23 in Mid-City, Louisiana, is because the representative for the state is not a black man who was raised by a black woman who gives a fuck about a black woman like me being hurt, harmed, and endangered. So I was saying that. I said it's because it's Sean Minna is that I'm in this trouble. That because more receipts I'm giving you. I went to that office damn near every day. That lawyer named Pendergrass can tell you. I went there damn near every day. Who wouldn't go by there? The trouble that I'm in every day. And guess who wasn't there? Victoria Downs. Victoria Downs was never there. Hold on. We have a danger in our black community that we think black and brown is the same goddamn thing. Shawn Mendes brown, and I'll take this to my grave. He has done absolutely nothing to help me, and he lured me to his building with a 9 o'clock appointment on Tuesday. I was there damn near an hour early, sat there damn near an hour afterward. He never showed. Victoria never showed, and the reason he done that is because people were telling him to ignore me and that they will handle me for him instead of him doing his motherfucking job with the constituent of my stature as a black activist in the city of New Orleans, with street cred, with a tree on my back from the shit that I've been through, trying to work on behalf of the black people. See, Shawn Mendes is Spanish. He's a Hispanic. He's a Latino. He don't respect the black activism. He don't feel it in his soul. When she go down with a black person, he don't wince and say, "Ah, damn, that could have been me and my mama." He's Hispanic. He for his Hispanics. And what you're going to see is his district is going to turn heavily Spanish. You see, we got a Spanish mayor, right? She didn't run on Spanish, but everybody knew. They just kept that real, real low because she been cool with us thus far. You know, on city council, we never see no racism from her. I didn't see no racism from her. I didn't like that Torres got the garbage contract, and then all these Mexicans, little brown Mexicans, short brown Mexicans started showing up. Mestizos from the Indian tribe down there. I don't know, you know, they speak Spanish though, so they've been conquered and colonized like so many. But anyway, they start popping and jumping off 50 deep off the just a one fell swoop change from black, nothing but black garbage men in this city. So took all those jobs from the black men and give it to the Mexican men. I did not like that shit. And how you didn't know Torres was going to do that? How did you didn't know that? How you didn't know Helena was going to give it to Torres and then Torres would do that? See, what we didn't have is no meetings as blacks. How we losing everything to the Spanish now? What's going on? So I said what I said. Let me get off until this freight car stops because you probably really can't hear me that good. And let me check my sound. I'm gonna end this live and check my sound. My sound. I'll be live all day today, and I guess this freight car will be live with. That's why I'm gonna get a rude mic. I'll be back, y'all. Let me check my work. Let me see how long this live is. That's 1309. 1315. I feel like oh yeah, welcome. I forgot to do my intro. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Miss Jasmine, Homeless Blues, New Orleans, 1865. I did. Miss Jasmine in the house, yay. Miss Jasmine in the house, yay. Miss Jasmine, Miss Jasmine, Miss Jasmine in the house, yay. How you doing? Shout out to Wendy Williams. Shout out to Kanye West. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. Today I remember Mariah Carey. They used to call her crazy all the goddamn time. Shout out to Mariah Carey. Shout out to Britney Spears. People putting her in conservatorship and she's rich. This is a thing, y'all. It ain't just when you're rich, when you got something they want, or they want to silence you. So there we go. That's the end of the freight car, y'all. So I'm bringing y'all the news. I'll be back though. Let me get off and then check my sound, see if you can hear anything I'm saying. Then I'll be right back on.